Hello from Western New York, and it's kind of been cold the last few days. But the only thing still growing is grass. And it's also the middle of hunting season, deer season specifically. I think those two squash might be starting to get a little rotten. Again, I'm not too surprised. I mean, you know, it's been rainy the last few days. You know, it's kind of got a little soft, the skin probably getting a little soft and all that sort of stuff. Some was getting a little mushy, getting a couple holes in it and whatnot. But hopefully, at least a couple will survive the winter, and I can see about harvesting the seeds from them. Of course, in more optimal conditions, the idea would be to pick one that pick one that's like past the good eating stage. You know, it's too big to just eat, you know, and it's fully ripe. The idea is you scoop out the seeds, dry them off, and put them in a bag. And then you plant them next year. Of course, this trick did happen to me last year by accident, where, you know, there was a couple of gourds been left in here through the winter and all that sort of stuff, and then, you know, broke them open, scattered the seeds, added on a bunch of dirt, and they grew. That's why I was able to, I had a nice, you know, that's why I had what I had. You know, I didn't go out and buy the seeds. But, well, we'll see what happens. Might just have to buy the seeds depending on how things go. I mean, I already got some zucchini seeds. And I've been looking at some yellow squash. But we'll see what happens. I am probably going to have to cut down my fall golds here, along with my other fall bears. Also, something you might want to think about is the fact that, these are falling, is the fact that this is currently deer hunting season, so I kind of have to take a few precautions. And at the moment, I'm glad it's not too cold where it's not so cold where I have to wear a coat, because annoyingly, my coats are all brown, and brown in deer season is not a good idea. So, also another thing you might notice, I trimmed my beard. After all, next week, Thanksgiving, when I see Grandma and all them, you know, well, I'm wearing a gray sweatshirt, so hopefully I stand out enough that people won't think that I'm a deer. Ideally, you'd probably want to be wearing orange or even pink or some other bright colors, so that way hunters will see, oh, he's not a deer, you know, right away. And if you was able to read my shirt, I'm on writing.com. It's a nice site. Got a lot of stories on there. Some of them are even true. Blueberries, well, let's see here. Some of the tips on some of these plants look like they're dead. Probably going to need to trim them off next year. Others, well, I hope they bear some berries. And hopefully I don't have to worry about the competition from the birds. But we'll see. You know, there's always a we shall see game. The honeyberries, I wonder what's going to happen. I mean, I think I may see a few buds. I don't know. You know, I mean, one never knows. Kind of wondering about the wild rose I have in here, if I should cut it out or what. You know, we'll see. You know, a lot of this is a lot of we shall see sort of things. And one thing I hope to see is some good growth on these currant cuttings that I have, as well as the gooseberry cuttings I have. Say nothing about that one over in here. Not expecting too much fruit on them, but you know, some would be nice. You know, you spend good money and you kind of hope to have some. I didn't get any red currants this year. Next year, we'll see. Had some good gooseberries though. There's actually, if you haven't seen it, I got a harvesting video on that. Well, looks like some of this kale has seen better days. Might need to probably come by and do some cutting on it. See if I can save it. Or it'll be just a... well, who knows, you know, it might still come back up, you know. Self-seed or whatever. Excuse me. And well, who knows what might happen next year. I might put in something up, put in some like peas or carrots along in here, or both. Ornamental kale has seen better days. Need to work on that tree. I mean, you know, cut out the branches and whatnot. Hopefully I'll be able to work on that. Strawberries more or less look okay. Though it is getting cold. So, got a runner out here. Nice to see. In the spring I'm going to need to do some trimming on this. Strain it out. Especially with these well, some of these blackberries, you know, I've sent out canes that are at least some lateral branches that have gone into the ground, and also some of them are kind of obviously crossing one another. Well, I see a bit of good news. Culture is more or less intact from this end. Again, looking at my black raspberries. Gonna need to do some work. Although it seems that there is, like it looks like it's trying to shoot out some new growth. Which would be okay if only it was the right time of the year. think I might have some mice or something around in here. I need to do a little bit of checking in around in here in the spring. Didn't really get any blackberries this year. Hopefully I'll get some next year. Had some good raspberries though. Of both of the black and even the red. Kinda wish I had a few more of these yellows over here, but well, maybe the spot ain't so good for them. It's a possibility to think about. I think that these reds did okay, might have done okay, but you know, a lot of weedy growth. That's something I'm going to have to work on, making sure that the weeds do not overtake the plants so much. Not much going on at this time of the year. Oh, that's a different cat. Another thing I'm trying to look for is signs of deer. I stepped out a few tracks here and there. Hopefully I didn't. Well, that's definitely a different cat. After all, the ones I got around here is the orange one, the black and white one, and now we got this one. Probably from someone who threw the cat out the window or something, which I find to be a shame and an annoyance, because it's like, why do you throw the cats out of the window? Yeah. And of course you got a lot of wood. Might end up doing a little bit of work, you know, in the next couple of weeks. If I can get my stepdad and step-uncle to help me out, you know, and work on, you know, those projects, you know, that hugelkultur thing and that sort of stuff. got a lot of ground ivy here or something. I mean, there's a lot of broken branches and whatnot I can utilize. Fallen trees, everything. Lots of good organic material. You know, get a nice good mound going. You know, get it like, 3-4 feet tall. You know, right along in here, mound in here, some more in there. Cover that log over there. Then cover it in with dirt and compost, maybe some sand. A little bit of everything. Food scraps, that sort of stuff. You know, as it breaks down, throw your garden on it. Let's see what else. Oh yeah. Well, got some deer. Any signs of it. Could be going that way. Or could just be traveling through. Trying to find food, really. You know, I got a lot of green grasses right in here. That's good food for them, more or less. I mean, they could probably see about getting down into this stuff to see about getting the greener growth. Granted, I might have an issue or 3 come next year called deer thinking, oh, there's something good to eat. And that's going to be something I'm going to need to clean up during spring. Excuse me. But well, I haven't really been doing much really because it's cold. Can't really mow this stuff yet. Plus I had the growth to slow down, so that's not too much of an issue. Next year I'm going to have to mow. Starting in the spring. Try to mow the stuff before it gets too tall, Well, let's see what else. Basically, this time of year, you want to wear bright colors. That way you can stand out. So that way the hunters don't mistake you for a deer. It's pretty much, and of course, staying away from places that are currently have a bunch of hunters is also a useful tip. You know, if you know they're there, no sense in going there. On the other hand, if you know when the deer are active, and therefore when hunters are most likely to be out and about, you can find a time where you can, come out, take a look around, and not worry too much about hunters. So, and of course, like I said, dress bright, like orange, reflective colors, hot pink. Yeah, as silly as that is, hot pink might actually save your life. Because it's like, well, deer don't normally wear that color. And of course, talking out loud kind of helps out too. Sing a song like, oh, I don't know, row your boat. And basically it should at least help keep you safe from any potential harm that might occur by accident. On the other hand, if you happen to be a hunter, keep an eye out. You're not the only one in the woods. There's bound to be still a few hikers out, and they got the right to share the woods the same as you. Well, this is Western New York. Please subscribe if you like this, post comments, click the like button, and all that sort of stuff. Okay? Goodbye.